A lot of things on here are not as priority because of the warm weather. The straw pickup we're not worrying about right now. The cabbages aren't even all done in the garden. It's not snowing. We can't pull the landscape cloth till the cabbages are done. We can't plant garlic or clean up the greenhouse until it's colder, and we don't need the pallets until we need straw. So we're doing pretty good.
On this one, Freya's doing that one. You can help me with this one, okay? I'm going to put these here, and you can sprinkle them on here. However you'd like to put them on, okay?
Do you have these spatulas?
Hey, you.
Spatula, yep.
The boys are headed away this weekend, and this is their cooler for their breakfast, lunch, and snack food. The boys bought this for a treat. Oh, that bag's not fully closed. Gonna close that up. Okay, so for sandwich fixings, we have lettuce, cheese, sourdough bread, and Hamish has mustard in there too. They have bags of peanut butter pretzels. Oh yes, the boys bought some gum for a snack. For their breakfast, this is for Mac and Hamish. Marius doesn't eat breakfast. Yogurt, peaches, maple syrup. They have granola bars. They're taking a course. They have to bring a packed lunch and snacks. So they have bags of carrots for their snacks. They have fruit leather. These, Hamish has digestive enzymes, 2 different ones, because they're going to be eating out for dinner, and sometimes that doesn't agree with him, so he's going to have those. Let's see, what other food do we have in here? They have some pepperoni for snacks. I know we have the pretzels. Oh, they bought some treats. So they bought jujubes and they bought gum too. So yeah, fruit leather.
Gum, Mom.
I already said gum? Okay. Anyhow, that is what they have packed. Today's Friday. They're leaving today and they'll be back Sunday afternoon. So when you're canning broth, by the USDA rules, you're supposed to skim all the fat off. My experience, so here you can see there's fat on here. This one doesn't have fat because the fat's along the top, so kind of the first few jars have some fat and then the others don't. My experience is chicken fat seals just fine. Beef fat seals just fine. Pork fat does not seal, and you'll end up with jars that don't seal, and that's super annoying. So pork broth, I do skim. I chill pork broth, skim off the fat, and then can it. When you're canning from cold, you can also just like put the cold broth in the jars and put cold water in your canner and then put it on like medium low for 15 to 20 minutes to get everything warming up before you crank the heat to get it venting and proceed with your pressure canning. I think one of the reasons you're not supposed to leave fat on broth is that the fat can go rancid. However, broth doesn't last long enough in our house, so if you were planning to like have it for years, but in under a year, we've never had the fat make it taste off.
You guys can come to my home. What do you want? Morning of the other.
I'm making dulce de leche. Most people would make a 1 liter batch maybe. This is a 3-gallon batch. So there is dulce de leche recipes out there that call for doing a can of sweetened condensed milk in water in the slow cooker overnight. And friends, you don't need to do this. Milk. This is skimmed milk. So it's probably still like 2% fat, like comparable to 2% from the store. Sugar, and baking soda, and at the end I'll add vanilla and salt. And it keeps in the fridge forever, or you can freeze it, or you can can it, but you didn't hear it from me. The cows have been making a mess of the hay. Like you can see all this wasted hay. They just bed in and they won't eat now. So the farmer we get hay from, he suggested, because these are square bales, I think they're like 500-600 pounds, to put them in with the twine still on, because it would slow down the cows so that they didn't waste it. Let's see, where's Clover? There she is. Come on, Clover Dover, it's milk time. And you can see Freya's little light over there. Let's see. See her little light? She's feeding the calf right now. Once she's done the calf, she'll milk the goat. She'll come over here. Brave little girl out here in the dark on her own. I don't know if I would have done that when I was 7 years old. Hey, Clover Dover, it's milk time. Come on, girl. Yeah. Every time Marius puts a bale in, he moves the feeder though, so it's like been moved all over the place, and the soil's actually pretty poor right here, so this will help it build it up some. Olive is 6 months old next week. She looks very good. Oh, you're being messy, cow. She's half Jersey, quarter brown Swiss, quarter milking shorthorn. So because we don't feed grain to our calves, because we just don't think the calves need grain if they have lots of mother's milk. So you can't wean them until 6 months old if they only get milk and hay and grass, because their rumen is not developed enough. They need 6 months of milk. So we're not going to put her in with the other cows until the beef cows go to butcher, which is another 2 weeks or so. The 30th, 2 weeks. So yeah, we're just going to work on weaning her over the next 2 weeks, even though really we could stop next week. And what we will do is start, so right now she's been getting minimum 3 liters of milk, and then also water in the bottle to increase her fluid intake. So we'll just be lowering the amount of milk in there until she's just getting water, and then once she is in with the other cows, she'll have a water trough, and I think she'll catch on really fast to that. I don't usually have an issue with that. So there you go. There's a plan, Stan. There's butter in the milk bucket. There is butter in the filter. There's I have to deep clean the machine today because keeps getting butter on the inside of the milk bucket. So it needs a deep clean. This is how much milk I got after I fed the calf, so probably 3 gallons today. Yeah?
These are so swingy.
I don't know. What are we doing?
I don't know what time.
What you gonna do, Amos?
Do you want me to follow behind you? Come on up, I'll help you. Do you want to go back up and I'll follow you?
There's 2 slides on foot.
No? Okay. I'll go down the slide. Come over here with Minnie and we'll go down the slide.
Ow!
There's a
Come here.
Is there a weight?
Come on,
Weight thing on?
Yes, let me get my shoe on.
Here, Rowan, let's go down the slide. Come down the slide.
This is where together.
Yeah? Should we wait for Amos? We got amazing Indian food takeout that was, we asked for mild and it was spicy, friends. It was nose running spicy but delicious. In winter, we don't use heated waters for chickens. We have these metal ones. This is a small one for the quail. But they're easy to carry, multiple in and out of the house. We have like 2 for each of the winter chicken coops. You bring one in if it's frozen, and there's one inside waiting that's thawed out, and you bring it out. And it's a good way to keep the chickens watered without electricity. The other option is, let me find one and I'll explain it. Gotta let the cows out anyways. Oh no, I already let the cows out, but I didn't turn the light off. There we go. Okay, like a smaller one of these, because like the gallon size is my favorite, because realistically, unless you have a pile of chickens, a gallon of water twice a day is enough in winter. So then when they get frozen up, you just dump them over, stomp the ice out, it comes out easily enough, toss them back over and fill them with water. So that's another option that's low tech for keeping chickens watered in freezing weather. If you're new here, we're in northern British Columbia, Canada. It is unseasonably warm right now. Like the fact that it's mid-October and I'm out here without gloves, without a jacket, it's pretty wild. By November on average, we have snow that's gonna stick until April on average. So that's kind of our standard winter. We're below freezing those months of the year. And, but it's like, it's cold, but it's sunny. There's sunshine, and like with the white snow everywhere and the sunshine, it's like bright, and like our days, we're not so far north. Okay, my nose is dripping, it is a bit cold. It's not that cold. I don't know. I also ate really spicy Indian food last night and my nose dripped the whole time and it's still kind of dripping. That was a tangent though. Okay, where was I? What was I talking about? Oh, okay. So like our darkest days in winter, we'll get like 8 hours of sunlight. So we're not like so far north that we'll get like no sunlight or only a couple hours of sunlight. We still get like an 8-hour day of sunlight, and the rest of the time you cozy like a bear. A perk of this cooler weather is that after you milk, you don't have to like rush inside to deal with milk. Like in winter, you just chuck it in a snowbank, do your other chores, and then go inside and deal with milk. So when we bought our house, so all these sheds here, they were all full of stuff. And recently, Marius, okay, this is funny. This was just here, but we actually have 2 dogs that have Bernese Mountain Dog in them. This shed was full, and Marius gutted it of all the junk and has made it into a wood shed. The boys started stacking wood and they got more to go, but what an amazing wood shed we have now. I'm so excited. This will fit many, many cords of wood. And since Marius keeps this plowed in winter, he can drive up here with the tractor. They can fill a bucket and then drive around. Where's the basement for you? There's the corner of the house and there's a basement. The driveway goes down below. And then we could just have a couple days of firewood there by the house. But this is for the quail. And here's a quail pen here. These are quail that we hatched. We had a lot more of them, and then the gate didn't get closed properly and a bunch of them got out. So now we have a lot less quail. We had been wondering how many quail to keep. Guess God made that decision for us.
Okay. Do you want to just eat, Freya, and then you can play? Okay. You can stay right there. And I'll stay right here.
Basket.
Snacks are over there, hanging up. the look of this because it's served on a cabbage salad and we still have lots of cabbage in the garden. And I have lots of kale too. Well, it calls for orange zest, which I don't have, and orange juice, and the dressing, we could do lemon. Be good. It's making me hungry. This French chicken stew also is all sorts of things I have. It looks delicious. Pork stew. Ooh, chicken and sweet potato. I don't have sweet potatoes, but we can use just regular potatoes. Oh, that looks really good too. Okay, that's on the list for sure. This one. Although, again, we don't have sweet potatoes, we have regular potatoes. Then this book, I really want to make these apple cider donut cookies. They look delicious. These lazy chocolate covered banana slices. We have bananas to use up from that big case of bananas, so maybe we will make that. Flourless peanut butter banana chocolate chip muffins. That is something I need to go for. Kids don't like broccoli that much, and the idea of cheese in soup is quite something to them, so I've been threatening to make broccoli cheese soup. Honestly, I think they would like it. And this one, I know there's no junk in Crystal's recipes. I think we might need to go for it. Oh, leftover mashed potato quick bread. Okay, let's see what that is quick.
I would be scared of.
No, you'll just give it space.
I know, creepy.
Had the bucket on the wrong spot and she splashed it all over herself. So now we're at 2 liters of milk and 4 liters of water. A liter's roughly a quart. And she'll get this for another week or so. We'll work down to like 1 liter of milk, 5 liters of water. And then just water.
Do it by his face.
Oh. Oh. Rowan, you want some? No, you want it on your waffles? Yeah.
A handful.
Hey.
You guys just worry about what you